I got my tire temporarily mounted on the inside here. I had to cut a couple metal straps that are on there. I'll add something on a little later because this part is wobbly. But our next task is going to make another one of those shape holes for the bushing that is going to be on our pulley gear combination. It's going to go through into there. And now we're going to try and make this funky shape. Wish me luck. I made scratch marks in the metal so that I know where to cut and drill. I'm going to say that's the biggest hack job I've ever done in my life, but I think it's going to hold. I think that first try was bad enough that I decided to cut it out entirely, weld a new piece of metal in, and try again. So last time I tried to cut along these 4 gray lines, fold these 2 tabs back, and then kind of grind out the curve on both sides, and that was a spectacular failure. This time my new approach is I'm going to cut a full circle first at the 1 1/4 inch diameter, and then I'm going to weld in, probably from behind, 2 flat pieces and just weld them onto the sides to create that shape, and hopefully that'll work a little bit better. Ha! We did it! Let's see if it fits. Where's the belt? Belt. I can turn freely now, which is awesome, and when this guy gets pushed in, it'll tighten everything up. Fits like a glove. Once I put that pin back in, everything will lock into place. I'm definitely happy with this. Beautiful fit. Now that I've got the shape of this bushing cut into the bracket, I'll mount it on here. I've got these 2 little tabs, and I think I'm going to weld one on and put it at an angle so I can avoid that hole. I'll get the spacing right. I'll weld those 2 pieces on. I'll drill 2 holes on either side so that can bolt onto the body, and then that piece will be held nicely in place. Wheel bearing and chassis lubricant. Never used this stuff before, but it goes basically inside the bearings to keep everything running smoothly. Whoa. That looks good enough to eat. Let's smear some on. Oh, it's slick. On the next bushing. That goes on like that. Next, the bracket goes on. Oh, someone forgot to remind me to put the belt on. Can't do that afterwards. Now we can put on the bolts. This is an exciting moment for me because I think we're about to get the gear and the wheel and everything on all at the same time here. The last thing I need to do is mark out and drill a hole for where the hole in the axle in the rim here is going to get locked on to our axle. Alright, we got it marked with a Sharpie. I can pull it out and drill the hole. Remember when I said don't let the engine sit muffler side down for too long? That is the reason why. Good part about working in a wood shop is there's lots of sawdust around to clean up your oil spills. Let's do some assembly. Got our gear, a little C-clip that amazingly I haven't lost, a couple washers, some lock pins. Got our gear. Off camera I cut a little groove in here for the little C-clip. Let's put some schmoo in the bushings. Got a washer. Some more schmoo just for fun. In goes our wheel. Next, let's get our chain and gear on. I'm gonna put a little shmoo on here just to keep everything from rusting. The first hole I drilled is for this locking pin. Oh. Washer, then locking pin. And the very last locking pin keeps the tire attached to the axle. Let's see if I can bring you in so you can see this. Can you see it? I'm gonna find something better to put in there than this locking pin. Probably something with a kind of a nut and bolt. But for the time being, this is what we're gonna use. Now, everything's locked together, so it only turns when the motor turns. That looks really cool.